Where? Best seen from the foredeck. There. And what happens now? Oh, the second FMV in the whole game. Not counting the opening. Also, this music. Is this the God-Shattering Star remix I was hoping for? What? It must be that flying city. Yes, it must be. That's it. That's the Aureole. Hells. Captain Schwartz, land the ship now. Pardon, Professor? This music is so loud. You have emergency orders from Cassius, right? If you don't hurry, it'll be too late for all of us. Very well. This feels very end of the game. All power outage. Marvelous. My goodness. Holy hell, that's something. Isn't it just wonderful? This is astounding. Now I understand why you were making such a big deal out of it. It's nice to see that all of you understand its worth. The Aureole itself had long been sealed away in another dimension. Despite this, it has always been possible for it to influence our dimension through the Gospels, which act as terminals. There was just one problem. We had no access to the originals, and so we were forced to create replicas. Only the most accurate would do. Any less, and the Aureole would have remained forever unattainable. After much trial and error, we managed to successfully create perfect replicas. These true Gospels finally allowed the Aureole to remove the shackles that restricted its power. And so here it is, returned from the dark abyss which it was sealed. That was the purpose of Stage 3 of the plan, I assume. Indeed. My comrades in arms, thanks to your labors, the third stage is complete. And now our plan moves into its final stage. And with that, I ask everyone in chat, how much of this game do I have? That Aureole coming up, them saying final stage of the plan, it is officially like, I'm officially allowing chat to tell me how many chapters are in the game, how much of the game I have left. Because I feel like I'm actually close to the end. Maybe not like finished today, but like close enough to maybe finish before FF16. Goddess. Oh, hey guys, what is that thing? It's huge, ridiculously huge. That thing must be more than 5,000 large across. It's like a giant floating island. No, look closely. The base is artificial. It's more like a floating city than an island. A city? Well, we can't just sit here. Alright guys, listen up. We're getting onto that flying city island. What? Seriously? Of course I'm serious. I've never been more serious. If those society fools have brought that thing back, then think. It must be full of incredible treasure, enough to pay our debts 10 times over. You've got to be kidding me. We can't just go waltzing into something that huge. Josette, back me up here. Honestly, at this point, I bet there are things on that city I want too, like beyond treasure. Oh, ADO, save me. Kyle does have a point though. Things have been weird all day, so we should probably be careful. I mean, for starters, the radio's been silent for ages. That is true. Guild and army transmissions are one thing, but even the civilian channels are dead, which is... Oh, apparently we only have 2 more chapters left, so this one, then another one. Interesting. I remember when I played through, my volume was really loud. I jumped at the crackling thunder sound. Yeah, the music did spike there. I had to lower my headset because I could not, like... It was just so loud. I had to lower my headset. I was, like, blowing my eardrums out. Next chapter is quite long. We only have 2 chapters in the game. Interesting. Okay. A wave of light. Yeah. What happened? Report. Boss, big problem. Generators and flight engines have cut out. All of them. What? Wait, that means we're really in trouble now. The flight field from the engines is dissipating. The Bobcat's not answering her helm at all. You're kidding. You mean we can't do anything? There's only one thing we can do at this point. What? Pray to Adios, that's not our time to be called to heaven. I think it's your time. Oh, crap! So I'm trying to think here. Land of Chaos. So we have this chapter, then chapter 9. I'm trying to think. Today's Sunday. I have 3 more days until FF16 comes out. If I do 2 more Trails in the Sky streams, based on 2 chapters left, we can either finish the game before FF16 comes out, or at the worst, we can just be 1 stream away from finishing. Where I can just do like a stream after FF16 releases and just like finish it. Or, I suppose I can just play Trails in the Sky until FF16 comes out, but I did want to get another Wild Arms stream in before that, so I don't know. I mean, we have another 2 hours for today, so we'll just see how much progress we make, I guess. So that's what the light show at the towers was about. But you kids pulled off a genuine miracle this time. Let me give you your reward first. I'm a C-class bracer. Still, what madness we've fallen into. Never thought being deprived of orbments would throw us into much chaos. No kidding. Sort of makes you realize just how dependent we've become on orbital power. It's true, communication, transportation, defense, production. Every single major function of society is effectively paralyzed at this point. Chelsea, thanks so much for the follow. Greatly appreciated. For most people, I think the real worry will be the lights in the kitchen. From the sounds of it, the city was really in a tizzy last night. That's being kind about it. People were mobbing the guild house, the Orbital workshop, the mayor's mansion, all demanding answers. It was awful. Everyone wanted to know what had happened, and I had no answers to give. Frenzied fools practically kept me up all night. I see. Sorry, Legrand. With the floating city on top of all this crap's getting dire. Feels like we're one step away from a freaking panic. Well, the people of Liberl love peace, so I do not personally expect a riot immediately. Should the situation continue for too long, however, people may begin to lose hope. Yes, we must do something about this quickly. So then, everyone, what's this plan you said Russell had to bring back the dead, turn water to ambrosia, and save us all? Bring back the dead? Well, Professor Russell's come up with a new invention that isn't too far off. Words. This, everyone, is my latest invention, the Zero Field Generator. Zero Field? What? Put simply, you're aware of the special warp field the Gospels produce, yes? This is a circuit which produces a field to nullify that warp via a resonance. What? That does not qualify as simple under any definition. If I understand correctly then, Professor, this can actually reverse the orbital shutdown phenomenon. Whoa, what? Is that true, Professor? Prevent it, more specifically, but just so, ultimately, the shutdown phenomenon is just orbital energy being absorbed by the Gospels. Where the energy went was a mystery, but having come this far, I think we finally have an answer. To the floating city, to the Aureole. It's the only answer which makes sense. Aureole uses the little holes between dimensions generated by devices, which we call Gospels, to cause the phenomenon. Gospels are, all things considered, small holes, so the area affected was thankfully minor. But the Aureole may manifest once again, however that area has grown immensely. Enough to engulf the entirety of Liberl and even beyond our borders, I'd imagine. All of Liberl? So that's what's causing all this. Yes, I find it likely that every orbit in the country without exception has stopped working. However, this zero field generator can stop the interference of the Aureole, which is to say, put it next to an orbit and that orbit will work just fine. Wow. Professor, that's amazing. Do you usually go through hidden quests or collectibles? Because if you don't, that cuts down playing time a lot. No. I'm doing, like, side quests in the game, but hidden quests are normally the quests that, like, you have to go out, you have to, like, talk to specific NPCs, and they're really hard to find if you're not using a guide. I'm not going for hidden quests. I haven't done every quest, but I'm doing basically most of the side quests. Like, I'm not going to ignore side quest. I'm not going to do the hidden quest because I missed a ton of them already because those are usually very guide dependent. As for collectibles, I don't really know what you mean. I'm just, like, playing the game, doing the side quests that are, like, visible to me, that are convenient for me. So we fire that thing up and everything's cool. Not quite, I'm afraid. The area this prototype can protect is limited. It can shield at most an orbment you could carry in 2 hands. That's small. Aw. Well, hell, that kind of limits what we can do, doesn't it? Other problem is I only have so many of them. Even as a favor for Cassius, I can only put 16 of them together. Flygon, welcome back. How was the Rem fight? The first Rem fight was miserable because it's basically like, hey, she uses her S-Craft immediately when the fight starts. And sometimes it kills, like, most of your characters. Other times it'll kill, like, half of them. And she has a ton of archaisms with her. So I had to, like, immediately use, like, Black Fang, then Kevin's thing. And then it was, like, fine, but kind of annoying. Definitely the worst of the Enforcer fights. The second Ren fight was, like, nothing compared to the first, though. 16, that's actually a lot, if anything. Wait, Dad asked you for these? Yes, he requested that I work on these a while back, actually. Yeah, hidden quests are very much guide dependent. I learned that from Cold Steel. When I played Cold Steel 1 and 2, I did, like, no hidden quests. Because they were super hard to find on your own. I scarcely even imagined the crisis on this scale at the time, but it seems he did. I see. Just as I expect from Cassius, always seeing further than any other man. That being the case, though, pretty clear how we should use these things, I think. Ah, you're a sharp one, Father. I don't quite follow. So in a crisis like this, the thing you need more than anything else is fast, accurate communication words. Whether it's about the society throwing bears at people or where goods need to be taken, if you can't communicate, you're up a creek. Meaning, they should be used to restore communication devices all over Liberl. Is that about the size of it? Bingo. That's a good idea. For the military, not being able to use our guns or airships is dire. Not having communications between headquarters and our forces is even more serious, however. We should restore communications between Gransel Castle, Hawking Gate, and Lyston Fortress ASAP. The guild's in the same boat in a way. If the branches can't get in touch, it'll be hard to mount any response to anything that might happen. Sounds as if we're all in agreement then. Well then, Captain Schwartz, I'll provide the 10 zero-field generators to the Royal Army. That should give you enough to cover the Aureole, Capital Gate, Lyston, and all regional posts. You have my thanks, Professor. I'll order my men to distribute them immediately. And the remaining 6 go to the Bracer Guild. That should be enough to restore the phone in each guild branch. We'll get right on it. We'll see them safely there. Okay, so we're going to, like, every single guild here. What? You can get the phone working. That would be a great help. Please set up that 0 whatever it was right away. No problem. Tita, would you do the honors? Sure, give me a second. You've been through Cold Steel 1 and 2, nice. Yeah, I played Cold Steel 1 and 2, and then during Cold Steel 1 is when I was like, hey, don't go any farther than Cold Steel 2, because the game is gonna, like, expect you to play the others. So I played Cold Steel 1 and 2, playthroughs are on my YouTube channel. Then I recently played Trails in the Sky back in March, and then I'm playing this one basically immediately after Sky 1. And we will do Sky 3, not immediately after this one, but we'll do it basically like a month maybe after. So like before the summer ends for sure, we'll have Sky 3 done. Okay. Done, it's all set to go. But yeah, I played Cold Steel 1 and 2 like a year and a half ago, I think. That was kind of faster than I thought it'd be. All you really need to do is put it in the right spot inside the phone. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Need to flip the switch on the phone. Ooh, you did it. Nice. Looks like it really does let orbital devices work. So next I need to test to see if the phone will actually connect. I'll try calling Grandpa. He's on the Aureole, which should have a working phone. Hello? Ah, Grandpa. Yeah, it's me. I'm at the guild house in Bose right now. Yeah, it's okay. It works great. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, I will. You do your best too, Grandpa. I think it's connecting okay. No kidding. Professor Russell saved us again, it seems. I'll have to drown Russell in beer and steak next time I see him. Speaking of thanks, Russell seems to be aboard the Aureole, but... where did the princess and the churchman get off? Oh, they both headed to Grand Cell at dawn with Captain Shores. Chloe said she wanted to talk to the Queen, and Kevin said something about the Archbishop, I think. I see. I imagine the royal family and the church have their own crises to deal with. The good news is they agreed to deliver a zero-field generator to the Capital Guild House. I would expect to get a call from Elnan at some point. Excellent, coordinating with him will help. You lot are off to the remaining guild houses, I take it. Yep, that's the plan. What I'd really like to deal with in that floating city... I'd like to deal with the floating city, but... wouldn't we all? It seems like our society friends are already there, too. We can't lay a day finger on them with our airships grounded. Real heroic spots to be in, huh? There's little point in flogging ourselves over it. Right now, we must focus on what we can do. Yeah, let's get to it. Please form your party. Who am I going to use? Oh, I don't have Kevin! All my quartz are on Kevin! That's so annoying. Hate it when the game does that.
Ready?
All right.
And not Chloe either. I see I don't have Chloe, but Chloe's like the princess. She's on the Aureole too. That's like really annoying. If they're gonna take Kevin out, they gotta at least remind me, or they better have removed this quartz, which I doubt they did because they haven't done it all game. Okay, obviously airship travel's right out for this, so we'll be walking. Where should we go first? Relent or Ruan? Neither. Neither choice is better than the other, really. All the guild houses need working phones, so all we can do is pick a direction and go. Good point. I think Joshua has a point. I suspect there will be people who need our help no matter where we go. We should just get to it. We must help those in need, after all. Yeah, okay then. Okay, this is very... it's gonna tell me right now. Only characters equipped with a zero-field generator can use orbital arts. Excuse me? Oh, so I need this zero-field generator to use arts? Equip the generator in the accessory slot to use it. As Tita uses an orbital cannon, she cannot act in any other way than movement of her gum. Okay, interesting. Makes sense for the context. Oh, and we get this music the whole time because Liberal's in chaos. I'm really mad about the game taking, or did they take Kevin's stuff? I can't even tell. Okay. That's fine. Well, I'm gonna give Shara Arrow Storm because we don't have Kevin anymore. Alright, I'm gonna catch up in chat. There was a lot of dialogue, so I didn't want to keep responding to chat. Oh, we have more dialogue here. Huh? What's going on? Why are all these people looking up at? I see. So that's it. Yeah, it seems like Tita's useless here. I'm probably like not gonna use her this chapter. The floating city. It's so huge. It's overwhelming seeing it from down here. I can rather empathize with the panic of the citizens. Our abilities as bracers are about to be tested as never before. What we can actually do might be limited, but let's do everything we can. Yeah, let's hurry. Wait, I should go see if there's quests. Because I don't want to ignore a side quest. I'm not doing the hidden quest, but I want to do some side quest. I don't want to just be like, oh, we're close to the end of the game, I'm going to try to finish. Everyone but Zin will get a zero-field generator, because with Joshua, I like to use Abyssal Fall. Oh, Monster Quest. It's just Monster Quest, at least in Bose. Interesting. Trip to the Orbital Factory. I'm gonna catch up on chat here. Yeah, I'm really upset they removed Kevin. I love Kevin. But not only because I love Kevin, but also just because I put all my quartz on them. I just hate when they do it.